Hey everybody, Jordan here coming to you from Las Vegas. This is our weekly team training, and it's always great to see you all. It's always great to have you on with us tonight, or every week, I should say. Tonight I want to talk about what would happen if you signed up two $20 10-card challenges every single week. What would happen? What would your business look like? We're going to talk about that. And there's some things that I probably haven't even planned out here tonight that we're going to talk about around that. But before we go there, one of the things that I've noticed recently, and it's something that I've noticed in the past but never really brought it up to the surface, is that there's a lot of people that join us as affiliates, and when you talk to them about how they got started, they'll tell you that they had received multiple cards from the person that got them set up in the business. I received 5 or 6 cards over a period of 2 weeks before I signed up in the business. A lot of times we'll send somebody 1 card or no cards and expect them to sign up. And a lot of times they do, but more times than not, they don't. So this is just something to keep in mind as you're meeting people. Like when you meet somebody new, you might want to consider sending them maybe at least 3 cards over a period of a week or 2, so that it kindly reminds them of what it is. It's not just a card. Now, it can't be marketing. It's got to be personal, and you got to be a little creative. But I was talking to Mitch today, texting back and forth with her, and she said Penny Tremblay. Now, Mitch, her life has been completely transformed by her association with our company, and Penny sent her many, many cards over a period of time. Now, they were close friends, but Mitch and Jill were not involved in the business. Mitch didn't even know Jill back in the days when she knew Penny. And they were very close in the 90s, and then they kind of drifted apart, but Penny continued to send her cards. And then Penny actually introduced Mitch to Jill. They ended up getting married in 2002. They met in 2000, and Penny was kind of at that point just kind of drifted away. And then Mitch and Jill signed up and sent out cards in 2012, 10 years later. Now, I'm not suggesting that you got to wait 10 years, but I am saying that it's very common for somebody to receive multiple cards, not just 1, prior to getting set up in the business. So I wanted to start there. And now let's talk about the 10-card challenge. I believe that the focal point, the starting point, and this even came out in Callie's Rally with Callie tonight, has to be the 10-card challenge. If everybody just focuses their energy there, like Donna Sylvester, you're talking about that's the starting point. It's the simplest starting point. It's the path of least resistance. Everybody can do $20. There's very few people that are stressed out by spending $20. It's a very, very easy decision. Now, if you were to just do 2 a week, I don't know what it would take you to do 2 a week, but it shouldn't take much. 2 a week. I've been doing about 2 a week on average since we launched this thing. And it doesn't take a ton of effort, but it has to be on your radar. That's $96 per year. So that's $960 for the course of the year. And then a percentage of them are going to continue to use it, right? And you're going to get a residual. Some of them are going to upgrade, things like that. So 30 of those 96 people. So if you did two a week, that's 8 a month. 8 times 12 is 96, I think. 96. And of those 96, 30 of them will never send a card after their first one. That's just how it is. It's just like the numbers that I was given when I got started in the business 40 years ago, or however many years ago I started. 30 will never send a card. 30 of them or so will be customers and use us periodically. So remember, Cody tonight said that 20% are upgrading. Well, it's probably going to be out of 100. It's probably going to be in the range of 30 that will use it periodically. And that's going to produce a guaranteed residual check for you. And with 60 of these 96 approximately using it every month, you're going to get a pretty significant residual check just from the first year. So it's a new plan. You're starting fresh, starting today, 2 a week. What would happen? 30 of those people will never send a card. 30 will be customers and use it periodically. That's a guaranteed residual check. 30 will set up a subscription, and a few of those will become affiliates. So and they're going to do a little more, right? Affiliates do more than customers. And again, that's just going to increase your residuals. But here's where it gets fun. 6 of them, approximately, out of the 96, will decide they want to build the business. They'll attend the live promptings events. They'll be on the weekly training. If they know about it because you invited them, they'll be at the they'll participate in the things that we have going on, and they'll engage. And I want to share with you that you won't be able to keep them from engaging. Like, I've got people that I signed up in the past year that I can't keep them from engaging. They're just like they call me or text me once a week and say, tell me what they're telling me what they're doing and the people they're signing up. Maria Lupita is a perfect example of that. She signed up within the past year, and she's just like we did a meeting yesterday. It's our 4th meeting with at least 5 guests. One of the meetings had 10 guests, but she's an example. And I've got Danielle and Chad and a few others. So these guys, they're engaged, and I don't have to do anything. They're just so engaged that they just figure stuff out. They're on the website, they're looking at stuff, they're in the Facebook group, they're putting stuff on their calendar and doing all the things. That's just about 5 or 6 out of 96. So if you're doing 2 $20 10-card challenges a week, what if you did that for 2 years? That's almost just shy of 200 personally signed up 10-card challenges. And out of those, you're going to get a bunch of affiliates. You're going to get probably somewhere in the range of 10 or 12 people that will be serious about building the business, and they will grow you a forest that will provide lots of shade and lots of fruit. So who will these people be? Now, here's where it gets interesting, because we're always trying to target the right people. But here's what's going to happen. It's going to be stay-at-home moms. It's going to be accountants. It's going to be home-based business entrepreneurs. It's going to be digital marketers like Maria. It's going to be administrative assistants. It's going to be business coaches. It's going to be your neighbor. It's going to be a realtor. It's going to be loan officers. It'll be the veterinarian, the dental office, the chiropractor, the health coach, the ambitious young entrepreneur, the artist, the struggling student, the musician, the interior designer, the photographer, the architect, the plumber, the roofer. I could go on and on and on. I could probably list 500 or 1,000 of those. That's who they're going to be. And you can't tell in advance which are the ones that are going to rise up. Some of them are going to raise their hand and say, me, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And we plug them in. Others are just going to disappear. And it's a good percentage of them. Like 1/3 of them are going to disappear. Some of them will never, ever communicate with you, but yet they'll use the system once a month. I got a call from a guy that signed up with us 17 years ago. Didn't even know he was still using it. He's still using his points. He's still got points. He sends gifts out. He says he sends a couple of gifts a month, and he had some questions for me. And I tried to get him to get off his point stuff and start using the system, the new system. He's still using the old system. I said, Scott, I said, that system hasn't been around for 5 years. Get rid of it. Done. You got to get done with that. Start with our new system. So here's what will happen with the 6 of the 96. Again, without your involvement, they'll join the affiliate group. They'll schedule themselves for the prompting seminar in Salt Lake City. They'll read Cody's books cover to cover. They'll show up in the top 10 in the challenge, and there's nothing you can do to stop them from doing that. That's just what they're going to do. This is the result. If you were to say, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to sign up 2 new 10-card challenges for $20. $20. I'm going to do that every single week. They'll all do it differently. All those people, they're all going to do it differently. They're not going to wait. They're not going to do it the way we want them to do it. Some will network in person. Some will build funnels. Some will they'll have creative challenges. Some will offer it as an addition to their other services that they sell. Some will build it like a network marketing business, right? Like the way I build it and the way some of you are building it. Some will do it in person, some will do it daily online with daily online meetings. The secret to grow a large, healthy network marketing organization is you're going to be looking for the flames to fan. But before that, you're going to be working on getting the fire started. That's adding 10 card challenges, as many of those as you can do per week, or find others that have what it takes to start their own fire. Then you'll blow on it, you'll fan it, you'll add fuel to it. That's what we do. That's all we do. We get somebody that's on fire and we throw fuel on it, we fan it, and we blow on it. And that's what's going to cause it to grow. But only fan the fires that are burning. Don't fan the wet wood. Only fan the fires that are burning. Don't fan the wet wood. And the result of this, if you can imagine a tree, a tiny tree that ultimately grows into a big oak, think about the root system and what happens to that root system as it grows. We don't want trees and fire in the same sentence, but imagine that root system. As the tree gets bigger, the root system gets bigger. And the more tentacle roots that are in the ground, the more nutrients come up through that tree and grow it into a bigger tree. So what we're doing is we're feeding the nutrients in the ones that decide to germinate and that decide to sprout. And the ones that don't, we're not trying to get them to grow. We're just trying to find the few of the ones that we sign up. And everybody's going to get from this what they need to get from it. Some people, that's all they need to do is pay $20 and send a card to their spouse. That's all they need to do, and they're good. And it was worth the $20 times 10 just by sending one card, because they've never done it before, and it made their spouse love them even more, right? Or love them again, or whatever it is. And some people need to use it every month to send out a gift. Some people need to use it every week. Some of us, a percentage, it's probably in the range of 5 to 10% need to use it every day, like me. We get what we need from it. So rather than trying to get those people that aren't sending cards to send cards, rather than trying to get those people that aren't doing what you want them to do it, just go get another customer until you find the ones that are just like completely over the top, in love with what we're doing and want to be part of it. And you don't need to chase them. You don't need to motivate them. You don't need to drag them. They're going to do it on their own. So I told you I'd finish a little early tonight. That was only 15 minutes, but that's what I've got for you tonight. I hope you got some good ideas from it. I really want to encourage you to set a goal, a simple goal, consistent goal of like 2 a week, and just do whatever you need to do. Say every day I'm going to do something to make sure I get my 2 every week. And if you do that, you're going to be on the charts. You're going to be, if all of us do it, we won't all be on the charts, but if you do it now, you'll be on the charts. And then you'll get that little extra bonus. And but the result of it is it's going to increase your residual every week, and it's going to start to build a business that you can really be proud of. So with that, everybody, have a great week. And if you need anything, drop a comment down below and I'll see the comments and do what I can for you. Bye, everybody. Take care. Thanks.